Hi Capricorns, welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. If nothing resonates, check back next time or look at your moon and your rising signs, okay? So we're just gonna do oracle messages to start off again this week. Let's see what comes up for you guys. For my Capricorns, please, Spirit, Capricorn energy, there's one. Treasure Island, money is coming your way. Message in a bottle. It's going to come with a specific message. There's a specific, you got 4 today. Interesting. There's a specific reason as to why there's money coming towards you. If you notice the color of these 2 cards, they are a bit of a bluish color, which is throat chakra. So I'm going to say this has something to do with throat chakra. I'm hearing maybe negotiations of a promotion or a job possibly. Someone may be calling you with some sort of offer. You may be getting, maybe you're one of those lucky people that had their student debt canceled. Maybe you're going to get a lump sum of money for some reason, but there is definitely someone's going to reach out to you via however that message comes through, and there is going to be money coming through for you, which is so beautiful. I love it. The other 2 cards that came out, wow, interesting. Orphaned and No Place Like Home. So for some of you, you're really taking a look at your life, right? You're going inward and you're saying, okay, what were things that happened in my childhood? What were things in the house? What were habits? What are things that, maybe my parents did that didn't really make me feel good about myself? So I want to create a world or a home for myself where I don't feel alone. I don't feel ignored, neglected. I feel like I'm being taken care of. My needs come first. That's the sort of energy. I feel like you're kind of creating this world around yourself. And it definitely is going to help when your finances start going in your favor, okay? This is a beautiful way to start this reading. I love, love, love it. Okay. All right. So there's definitely a link here from your past that's going to come crashing into your future. Some of you are really, really honing in on the financial aspects of your journey, right? Making sure that nobody fucks around with you. There's no bullshit excuses. You're really lighting up a flame underneath, those those fears, you're really putting a light on those fears and things that really just put you in this energy, and even though the card says orphaned, I mean, even without the word, you can read what she feels and you can feel what she feels in that picture, okay? It's just almost utter defeat, right? All right, so here we go. Current and future energies for Capricorns. We have the Death card. It's an interesting way to start. We've got the 2 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Let's move into the future energies, please. We have the 4 of Swords, the Wheel, and the 6 of Swords. Awesome. Perfect. So bottom of the deck overall energy, look at that. We have the 5 of Cups. All right. So again, this is kind of connecting to that orphaned energy. You're trying to, you understand and see, hey, there are these times where my energy dips. I feel like crap. Something is pulling me back into my old energy, and I really need to know what it is. What is it? What hurt? What imprisoned me? What made me hold on to things so intensely, right? Why do I keep this energy around? Keep in mind, our egos and our mental states do not like change, right? So when change appears in front of us, we resist it. And even when change means we don't rely on old habits, old, coping mechanisms, okay? You're kind of over this dwelling in all the bullshit that you've been through, right? You just want to leave it in the past and just move on, right? So here we go. We have the Death card, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords in the current energies, which is that death, rebirth. That's a transition. That's transformation, right? You're learning how to balance your work home life, okay? Balancing, making sure that not only are you taking good care of yourself, but the places that you give energy to, the people you give your energy to are giving you exactly what you need. So you need to open that line of communication. You need to see the bigger picture to make sure that you are being taken care of. You are putting yourself first. Okay, so let's clarify, because this is beautiful energy, Capricorns. It's like you're finally seeing that, you know, maybe everybody else has been taken care of, and now it's time to take care of yourself. I know that Capricorns are very much about taking care of other people, especially if you have a family. You tend to put yourself last. So this is definitely a time for you to start doing that. Yes, exactly. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Empress card to start off with clarifying. You're finding this nurturing, loving energy. You're finally finding, it's like you're finding who you are, right? You're finding out who you are to the core. And you were meant to find this part of yourself that's been buried for so long. You've been weighed down by so many lessons, and karmic and otherwise, that you're finally restoring your energy. You're coming back to who you're meant to be. You know, you had to walk away from some people that you thought were going to be in your life forever. That's 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 3-3. Please look up that number for repeating if this resonates, because you found your strength in what you truly want for yourself and not what other people want or want for you. Whew. I'm getting winded back here. The messages are just flying right out for you guys, and I love it when this happens. So future energies, we have the 4 of Swords, the Wheel, and the 6 of Swords. Okay. Again, this is just repeating the death card information, right? Or the top row. You're healing, you're recovering, and the wheel is about cycles, right? The ups and downs of them, right? So there's going to be times where you're feeling good, you're healing, you're recovering. There's going to be other times where you're in the muck of it, or you're just walking out of the muck of it, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm exhausted, but I have one less suitcase of emotions, excuse me, to hold me back. Yeah, see, exactly, 8 of Pentacles. You're finally realizing, you're finally seeing, it's almost like you got through the major karma, trauma, shitty people, right? You got through the biggest parts of it. So now what you're doing is that you see most of yourself, right? As you can see in this picture of the 8 of Pentacles, right? You see most of yourself, but there's still pieces of yourself that are missing, which will come up as you continue to take care of yourself, right? So you're a work in progress. These things take time. Just like the wheel says, it's all about the ups and downs. We have good moments, we have bad moments. You know, it's not a constant thing, but it's definitely part of it. Perfect. 8-8, love it. Repeating numbers for you. 8 of Cups, evolving. Look at that, even better. Knight of Pentacles. Spirit is giving you confirmation over and over and over again, saying you are on the right path. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to do, even if some days it doesn't feel like you are. Giving yourself those days off for mental breaks. Trust me, they are totally worth it. I gave myself a mental break. Not as long as I should have, but it definitely helped me sleep last night. That's for damn sure. Hold on a second. I dropped a card. I swear I drop a card in every video. Interesting. 7 of Cups. You've been dreaming about this moment. You were wondering if you were ever going to get to this point where, you know, most days are pretty good. Every once in a while you just have one. Yeah, you've opened your eyes. You've finally seen the light, right? You're finally communicating things. Maybe you broke through a barrier that you've been dying to get through, right? Whatever this barrier is about. Whatever you've been sitting in and contemplating for so long. Or maybe you've been having the same argument with someone in your head or with yourself. I do it all the time, where the conversation goes differently than it originally did. Maybe you're not having that conversation anymore. You've allowed yourself to move on. The last card that came out was the Lover's card. It does say twin flame connection here. So you may have a connection to follow all of this healing. That's not for everybody. But genuinely, what I want you to get from that Lover's card is that you are coming together with yourself. You are unifying your masculine, feminine energies. You're connecting mind, body. You're realizing how to take care of yourself because nobody else did. Okay, so let's move on to the Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. Let's check in. All right, Capricorn. What spiritual energies are around We have Spirit of the Pumpkin. So if we take it, I don't always take this card face value, okay? So just hear me out. Spirit of the Pumpkin. We have Autumn, Harvest, and Midnight. So autumn or fall is the transition from summer into winter, right? So it's that transition phase where things go to quote unquote die. But in wintertime, things don't actually die. They pull their energy back into their roots or into their stumps or into their, depending on the plant, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. This is about pulling back your energy from things that no longer serve you. This is about rebirth, right? Ending old cycles, all that good stuff. Yeah, see, you don't want to feel this energy. This is how you feel when you feel this energy, this Five of Cups, the zombie spirit, control, empty, submissive, right? You don't want that energy. You want that energy to end. Look, we have the Grim Reaper, death ending in winter. So maybe from last fall through this winter, this is what you've been doing. You've been allowing that submissive energy, or the times when you feel so empty that you don't feel like you're meant to be somewhere or be around people. You're finally seeing the patterns, right? You don't want to follow anybody because you're meant to be a leader. You're meant to be recognized for who you are and whatever you are meant, whatever your contract is, whatever you are meant to bring into this world, right? So there's Spirit of the Light, there's an awakening, there's a new dawn, there's a new beginning for you, right? And you're transitioning into it, right? So just be careful, because this mirror spirit came out with this. So be careful when you might run into somebody sometime soon, or maybe reality is reflecting this back on you. A lot of times Spirit will reflect back onto us what we need to learn. So if you're having a conversation with somebody, or you see somebody constantly drowning in something, it's like, hey, Spirit's trying to show you, hey, that's actually for you, not for them. Okay? It's almost like that moment when you realize that you're deflecting something is when the new beginning happens. Okay? So let's go ahead and close out your reading. Soul Growth Journey. For my Capricorn spirit, what final messages do you have? Look at that. Confirmation. I fucking love it. You're on the right path. Be grateful for everything, especially, you know what, I find it pretty interesting that they have this card, because I feel like people that go through hard stuff should automatically know to be grateful for the things. Yeah, I spoke about ego, so there's a confirmation. Be careful, because ego, it does not like change and will try and hold you back. Looks like your soulmate is trying to, interesting, this kind of plays out like this. Your soulmate, we're going to read right to left like the Asian culture. So soulmate is trying to reach out to you. They're trying to communicate. They may be doing it through angels or through the 5D, but there's some interference because your headspace may be blocked. So your crown chakra needs to be cleared out. Okay. This may happen during the next new moon. I know it is soon, within the next week or two. I don't have the exact date off the top of my head. Interesting. Fatherhood, abandonment, inner child. So some of you, this is a time to heal for the next new moon. Heal this out, and this relationship most likely will come forward. Okay, because a lot of times our parental issues and any inner childhood wounds that stem from that tend to hold us back from opening up, especially if they are not there for you physically, emotionally, and psychologically. Okay. All right, Capricorns, that's all I have for you. This is a beautiful reading. I'm so excited for you guys. Thanks so much for your time. I'll talk to you guys later.